if this works. Yes, it does. And good morning, YouTube. How are you? We're glad you're here with us today. Stone with Jeremy at Bullish Bears. Jeremy and Stone. It's us. Devin will be in here sometime, some point today. Bing, get a big ear. Full right there. We are looking at, we're looking at the SPY and we're looking at the MES. I've got a couple of penny stocks up here right now, looking for some setups. I like particularly. Speaking of setups, Jeremy, did you see the chart from Friday? Do you realize what happened Friday?
On Spy?
On SPY, on the MES, on the ES, all of them from the S&P. Go look at that 5-minute chart. It's a freaking triple bottom. Dude, I was so mad at myself that I did not see that triple bottom. Clear as day. It is a triple bottom.
It stayed in range, and triple bottoms are neat like that. Sometimes they'll look like a bear flag, and at the last minute they'll fail. Bounced out, rode that 8 period, rallied into the close.
Yeah, and I went back and looked and I went, son of a gun. I kept saying, what is that? I'm familiar. Duh. Got it on my wallpaper from Bullish Bears. I look at the computer every day, and it's sitting right there. And I'm like, that is a freaking triple bottom.
Yeah.
So I missed it. I missed it. And Trace, I need to apologize to him. At that point, I really wasn't trading. I was just kind of looking at things and hanging out in the power hour. And I should have been paying attention a little bit more. Because I'd have probably seen some better, better setups there. Okay, so not a lot of movement right here at the moment, and I do have levels over here made out on SPY, and at the moment we're going sideways. That's no fun.
Yeah, it's just kind of grinding.
What are we looking like on a bigger chart?
Um,
Let's do a 15 minute. Yeah, sideways there. Bup, 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 bup. Now, we don't have any news events as far as I know today until later on this afternoon.
Yeah, there's a couple light earnings calls, but nothing really serious in the market today. Let me go back to my calendar.
Huh.
Full House Resorts, Azure Software. I didn't know they were publicly traded. Check that. ASUR.
There's your 5 minute. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe we're going to go down some more. It looks like leg one. Now we're going to get leg two. It is
like
a bear flag, doesn't it?
Build up for a bear flag. It does look like it. We're trending on the 1 second chart. Trending smooth.
Trending down?
Turning down.
Yeah, I see that on the 10. Look at that.
My trailing stop just got.
Oh my goodness, look at that. That might just be that way, huh? So we may trend downwards today.
For the moment, we're looking bearish.
I need to let this candle here finish out. See what it's gonna do.
I've been hanging out on the 1 minute and the 1 second this morning.
For those of you out there on YouTube, Jeremy is not normal. Okay, a 1 second chart. Do not try this at home unless you can do other charts fast too.
I'm experimenting with a couple of ways. I'm running. I'll set up like a bracket with like a 6-tick trailer.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll catch those breakovers where that 8 period breaks the 20 period and the price trends under it or over it, whichever direction it goes. And I'll run that
low
with a 6-tick trailer, and it seems to be really nice when it trends like that. But then the chop, it gets a little screwy. So I'm going to experiment with this on the MES for a little while and see if I can come up with a solution for scalping that 1 second chart, because that sucker moves fast, faster than I can react.
Yeah, that is fast.
So if I find the breakouts and verify the 1 minute chart to see if, like, they have a little double bottom or something like that, I can go and take off on the double bottom and capture the trend on the 1 second chart with a trailing stop. Seems to be so far a little promising, but I got to find some good trenders first. Like if you look at the 1 minute chart, you'll see that big old bar. You got 3 bars there basically. You got a big red bar at the bottom, or L1 we would call that. We had a 50% retracement, big old green bar, some chop, and then a big old red bar to retrace it down to the L2. Now we're coming out of L2 bullish. So
I'm going to fun over here. Not that I really like fun. Fun got me. I was still learning, and I got caught up in the fun. I think eventually I broke even on it. ASUR?
SUR is looking good for just a slow grinder. Looking for a weekly 50% retracement right up to about 725. And it sets up for a measured move on the daily.
Boy, that is a grinder, dude.
That could actually be a swing trade.
Is this it? ASUR?
Yeah. Just slow grinder, swing trade a couple shares type of thing.
Okay.
Really too fanciful. And then I'm kind of looking into APRN.
That's a triple bottom. Is that a triple bottom on the 1 second? I mean 10 second?
I don't have a 10 second up right now, but I got
Never mind.
Bottom on the 1 minute.
Yeah.
That's looking pretty slick.
Well, it's a big bar on the 10 second. Almost looks like an H.
I can see a triple bottom on the 1 second and zoom way out.
Yeah. I like how Sig says H is hell for shorts.
Yeah.
All right, VERU kicking up a little bit now. Let's see if we can get some more levels on it. It's very simple to find levels. All of you out there on YouTube, it's not hard to find levels.
Just look left.
We just look left, try to find the range we're in. Oh, timber. That is a flag, isn't it? Wow.
Set up for a bearish measured move.
Look at that bearish measured move to equal that first one right there.
375 target on SPY there. Wow.
Oh, yeah. See, yeah, that is. See, I went to get that bearish move, and I just measured this move here. Then I came back to where I thought this one was started, took the same box that I had over here, and I set it down right there. And look, I use a box to make a measured move.
Yep.
All right. It works. Now we'll see if this, this might fake us out here a little bit.
Right.
And yeah, we need to see what's going to happen here. But wickage, it's wickage. All right, and I was going to look at trading multiple things is fun, huh?
Oh man.
Where's our line again? 1396.
14. So fast.
14. Here's that range we're in. Give me this right here. Ba-ba-bum. Oh, come on, hit me there. We got that. We can do this. Got that. And I'll go there. So there's some levels. Now, I'm not saying that's going to go there. If you're out there in YouTube land and you saw me just put those levels down and you're thinking that, okay, this guy wrote those levels down there and the stock's going to hit that and break every one of those levels. I'm not saying it's going to do that. That's the potential it has. So we have to wait and see, because these are penny stocks. This pivot here, that's going to be a crucial pivot to break, which is also the high of the pre-market, which we like to see broken on a penny stock. That's what I like. I always say it. I like to see it break the high, come back and retest it, and if it's going to go, it's going to go. So, but you have to be careful on these larger penny stocks, because, this is the range of this one here is 33 cents. So 10 cent, if you're doing a 10 cent a stock, let me say that, or by default some 10 cent stop loss, you're going to get hit on one of these. Really, you're going to get stopped out. So you got to be careful and you got to have a deeper stop.
It'll catch you.
It will catch you. So
Reach up, tag your stock, and then continue to rip the face off.
continue to rip a face off. Did you hear that? Continue to rip a face off. Topping tail, let's see if that comes back down or if it pushes through. That's an inverted hammer, but I learned that new term. I'm trying to use correct terms because I often make up my own. So,
Yeah,
well,
nothing wrong with that.
no, see that? Look at that. Bam, right to that level already. We got that level on a 2-hour chart looking left. And there it is.
Like,
See?
people get my name wrong. I say I've been called worse. Get the name wrong on the stock. I'm sure it's been called worse too.
That's exactly right. So, see how we find those levels on the 2-hour? And now it's coming back up to that pivot. So it just walks right through those levels. That's called looking left. And this is price action. This is how we do it. Price action works for everything. It works for large caps. It works for the MES, or all the futures. Works for penny stocks. Works when you're trading debit spreads. Isn't that right, Jeremy? That's what we use. If you're going to trade stocks, then you got to have an idea of what direction it's going to go in. And fundamentals are okay for some people, but we're price action traders, so we're following the price. And we use pivots. I use pivots, but I use it in conjunction with, if that's the way to say it. But I use it, with in conjunction with my price action. So every time price stops somewhere like this here, that's probably stopping at a pivot point or some control bar to the left. So that's why you go look for it, because when you can know what those areas are going to be, and as you're following your price action, when you see it come to an area that's a pivot or a previous marked spot control bar, and it wicks into it, oftentimes if all the other indicators that you're following are right, and it'll give you an opportunity to get in. Because it wicks into it and then it pulls back. Or if it's going down below it, you want to see how it's going to react to that pivot. So sometimes, I hope I'm not confusing anybody with that, but pivots are great. Following your price action to them is awesome when you use the two together. Fun is no fun again. No fun. You are no fun. Wow.
Another pump and dump.
Uh-huh.
I don't love that.
Well, so is a DWAC, and it's with DWAC.
Yeah.
And what's DWAC doing? Watch. I'll show you what DWAC's doing. Why are you not giving me my DWAC? What the whack? You remember that one, though? I made a lot of money off of DWAC, Jeremy. I had a $990 trade on DWAC. I think I bought 100 shares at $25 or something, and I wrote it for however long I wrote it. They give me $900 because it went up. Yeah, I must have wrote it for $9. That's what it was. And if I'd have stayed, geez, I could have had thousands of dollars. But I got out of it because it was a penny stock and I didn't trust it. And all it did was kept flagging up. Right? What did we have, like a dozen flags at the end of it?
Yeah, it was
Flag, 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 flag.
flag after another, and when you zoomed out, you saw it.
Mm-hmm. That was a wacky day, man. No pun intended. I didn't realize what I was saying when I said wacky. Oh, don't hold it against me.
It was Flutterwhacking. Where did I see that? That was some Alice in Wonderland type thing.
Futterwhacking.
Flutterwhacking.
Let me go get my 15-minute range for SPY. I missed it.
I know. My trailer. That was a good one.
Coming down. Now, did SPY gap up or down today?
It's looking like
I need to go back and look. I know I should know this. Yes, I know I should know this. Okay.
gap up. We just closed the gap. Now down.
All right. That's what it was. So we just closed the gap, huh?
Yep.
SPY likes to close gaps.
Oh man, unfinished business there.
Uh-huh. SPY likes to close gaps.
Morning, friends. Morning.
Well, good morning to you. Good morning to you.
Morning. Good morning.
It's Monday. Everybody, good morning to you. Yes, I have my coffee in my hand. Let's go.
On that reversal.
Let's see now. That was a definite bear flag. Let's see if we can hit that spot down there or not. So we got a 15-minute opening range. We're at the bottom of it right now. We're actually broke through it, past that 15-minute candle on SPY. If I go show you the 15-minute opening range,
That's gonna run.
there's the range I put in. See the 15 minutes right there.
Set up.
It looked like a V bottom on a 10 second.
Yeah, kind of does.
What is this now? This is a piercing pattern or an elephant's foot or something. Let's see. That's pretty strong.
Building the base there, but I want to see if this
Pretty strong.
this 5-minute candle's going to do too. We got
5-minute candle. I love charting multiple time charts. You only see one screen here. I've got 4 computer monitors.
this is going to be a bar spinner bar. So target on the 5 minutes is going to be 376.50.
On a 5-minute, 376.50.
Yeah, look at the little bar spinner bar. You got a massive spinner though. The wings on that.
Oh shoot, I'm looking at the wrong chart. Oh, look at that. Let me go look at a half hour here. I'll give you all a little taste of all this. On YouTube land, I don't show you everything. Sorry, folks. I want to make sure that our members we value our members, and we're going to give you some stuff because we want you to come see us. But we definitely value our members. So I'm going to give you some stuff. Multiple time frames are great to follow along with. Or, I use intraday. I know there's a nasty right there.
I just triggered. Now we're touching the 8 period on the 5-minute.
But I like to use a 2-hour, half hour, 15-minute, and 5 intraday to look and see what price may be suggesting to me in those larger time frames. We are pushing up right now. What did we just do? We just closed the gap, didn't we?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Top of it. We're just under the wick on the.
Oh my God, that is an engulfing on that 5-minute chart right now. So far.
Wants to wick back to the 8 period. If I'm right, that kind of closes in just under 2 minutes. Thinking we'll set up possibly a trend here, but we're going to watch this 5-minute candle close and the next 5-minute candle start. But on the 1 second, we're setting up for a little bullish measured move here, possibly. As long as it holds support around 37.85. That is a third leg. I've already seen a 1 and 2 leg.
Jeremy, question: are you just? I'm out of curiosity. You're scalping right now, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit
on the ES. You're not doing any of this right now, are you? Trading wise, at the moment.
As far as that little move.
Yeah, I mean, are you?
So I'm still kind of running my 10-second chart,
mm-hmm.
the ES, and then I'm experimenting with the 1 second chart on the MES at the same time.
Are you now?
Like when I see the entry that looks good on the 10-second chart, I'll look at the 1 second chart, verify the tap, and basically the trend on the 8 period.
Oh, this looks good. This looks.
I'll run one contract of MES with a 6-tick trailer on that run.
So yeah.
It's a little choppy. It's a little hard to do, but when I get it right, it does pretty well.
That's pretty cool. Where's my theta? There we go. Okay. I am looking at some options, possibilities. All right, VIU did that little thing I was talking about. It gets up to a certain level, and there's an ascending channel. Let's see if this is just a pullback and if it's going to continue. It broke the high. It's coming back now, and see, it's broke it, came back down. It kind of tested it, but I think now it's kind of testing these other levels. Let's see if it can continue. If it can hold this, what's this level right here? That 1405 area.
Yes, can
And then it can
break.
take back up that way. Oops.
This is that next 5 minute candle I was telling you about. This will either be a 2 bar right up to the upper band around 378.20,
Mm-hmm.
or it could get a doji out of this. It's got to break the 377.50 pivot and in order to be remaining bullish. Otherwise, it can get sucked back down with a doji.
Okay, got a tweezer top there. Alrighty then, we're back up to the halfway point. You know, the phone thing is wonderful, by the way, as I've told you before. I do like the
Yeah,
phone thing. All right, so let's see what we got. We got a descending channel here. We like that. Like having a descending channel. Is that going to give us an opportunity to trade further? I know this is a little high for a penny stock for some folks.
Is it optionable?
DWAC, probably.
it is. It's just useless.
It has options. It's not worth it.
Yeah, there, man, you got a great sounding microphone.
Am I okay?
You're okay. I'm okay.
Yeah,
I
man.
just wanted to make sure I wasn't taking anybody's ears.
No, you just got
Oh,
a
no.
great sounding microphone. It sounds great, nice and full.
Jabra.
There you go.
All right, let's see. Ooh, man, I should have had that one up too. I'm gonna take DWAC off. I'm really not happy with my TOS.
Damn.
Damn is
I'm
right.
looking at Apron to run a condor on it. It's just not one that's worth running, but they do have earnings coming up. And with the percentage of short on it, I bet they try to cover right at the last minute. Wouldn't mess with options on that, but that might turn into a really good day trade.
This is a guy I mapped out earlier. I was talking about it. This zone that I hit. I use the zigzag indicator, which actually, this is all like training wheels, which is really great. I like to consider them shortcuts sometimes because, when you're looking at so many different stocks, there's so many things you can do. Any indicator that to me that helps you is great. And this helped me find this zone right here, which also was a busy intersection. And you can see that was a demand spot. Price came down to it, and it bounced off, and almost 65 cents. That's a 65-cent push right there. So hasn't breached its high yet. So it could be one that we keep our eyes on. Somebody's cloud technology. Keep an eye on it for a second. It's actually starting to look a little like SPY over there.
It gave you a really good, like, descending wedge entry there.
It didn't it, and I missed it.
Beautiful.
Look at
You
it,
missed.
and I missed
Yeah.
it. I
Gorgeous.
that's and it lined up with our lower indicators as well. The
Yeah,
way I
bounced right off that
yeah,
200.
the way I
Nice
like to
cover
look
there.
for them.
Beautiful. Yeah,
So
and that's the setup you're always talking about right
that
there.
that is, and I've been working. Jeremy helped me with one the other day. He doesn't know it. Excuse me, I didn't mean that sarcastically. I meant that because my throat was messed up. And when you gave us a shot the
Sorry
other
to hear
day
that.
of your trades on the ES, I took that shot and I studied it and saw where you got your entries in, and then went back and found that same pattern on my charts, and I was checking out all my moving averages, and so I'm working on the one to show everybody on the how to find the ascending wedge pattern
Yeah.
and to get in to go bearish. All right. Now, what's funny is the ES right now, never mind. This candle was moving with the ES. So here it is. Here's your push. Where are we now?
Buddy, I got long on that. 37.85 on the break.
Awesome.
Ooh, just missed my trailers.
Like to hear that.
Keep going. Now we're cooking. Strategy's working.
Strategy works. Also,
So
we
you're trailing six ticks. Is that what you said?
Trailing 6 ticks on a 1 second chart and verifying with the 1 minute and 5 minute charts for breakouts and trends. And if you guys remember last
double
Friday, I
top
was messing
possibly.
with the 1 second chart, and I had a ball with it. And then I got on the phone afterwards with a friend of mine who's a software developer, and he trades a little bit too, but he can write Python like faster than I can think about it.
That's impressive.
And
See that line?
I told him, okay, so we went and did some back testing and said, hey, throw in that 8 period crossing the 20 with price above or price below the buy or sell signal. And popped that in there and back tested it, and like it balanced out to be gross positive on trading, but it missed a lot. It gets beat up in the chop. So like trying to come up with a way to program to verify off of the 1 and 5 minute before taking any positions. So the trigger is set, but the controls need to be tweaked to make it actually work right.
Are you trying to do that on the 1 second?
Yeah.
chart?
So the trading.
So you're trying to get it to do it on the 1 second chart while verifying on the 1 and 5 minute.
Right.
Very cool.
It's got a trigger. It's got two filtered controls on the 1 and 5. The only downside is if it avoids certain types of chop, it'll miss a setup, and then it'll get lagged back too many ticks to get really much movement out of the trade. So
You got to put all those. You got to put all the tools in.
right.
It's, the verification tools, all those other things. That's the difference between a human brain.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, you still, like I said, somebody has to be able to understand those algorithms and program them, right? So
Right.
they're humanly possible to understand.
Yeah, you got to put your tools into it. So you got to be able
Right.
to understand the tools so well that you can input it into the program.
And essentially, my ability to trade on that short term like that is literally just me programming my brain to do it.
Yeah, no, that's what we're doing here. That's why the training wheels, right?
Right. That's exactly why they're training wheels.
Been kind of neat, like finding the right setups and the right trades to take is going to be where it comes in. And although that system was net positive or gross positive, net positive versus commission would be like barely making any money and over trading its A off. So
You mean it's AI off?
yeah, it's AI off. So
Trading its AI off.
yeah.
But the thing is that if you're able to develop a pipe where even if you're making
A pipe?
really anything, guess what? Well,
Right.
it's a pipeline. It's monetary.
Yeah.
The guy that
Wick,
the
wick.
idea is
Push
you
that.
guys got buckets, you got contract. Am I stopping you from watching something?
No. I just told that candle to push.
But a village needed to contract to bring more water to the village. One guy, did pails. The other one disappeared for 6 months, came back, had a business plan and capital. So
There
on and so
goes.
forth, built a pipeline.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
That's. I think that's the real key.
I like
building our pipeline.
That's right.
That's what we're doing.
Well,
And it
flows
doesn't.
positive. It keeps flowing.
That was the
lose some.
thing is he said he's making pennies on the like, per bucket comparative to the other guy.
At the
but he's
200.
selling billions of buckets as opposed to the other guy who's barely getting the job done. He's having problems with labor and so on and so forth.
This 377.60. No, Devin, y'all talk. Don't worry about me. This 377.60, right? That's a volume profile I marked out earlier today, and it's also lining up right here with that 20. So it's we're going to see if it can break that. If it can, well, then we can get to that 378.07 again. If not, then we're going to probably come back down. So that's using those volume profiles, ledges, not necessarily as pivots, but as price ladders. So I'm refining things. If you've been listening to me, you've read some of my material I put out. Some of these things are in refinement. And look at GCT. What'd it do? It went for that high. It just broke that high. Let's see if it can continue.
And I've heard you refer to this as price ladders multiple times now.
Good. Well, that's what they are. And even now, the VWAP bends to me can be used as price ladders, but they line up with pivots. So sometimes if I find one of those, like I said, you look at it and you'll put on a left extension, and it's heading. It's pivoting is what it is. It's a pivot. So it's got to break that level though, but it's challenged because it's at that 200, and there it goes right there. But the price action is go ahead. No. What do you say? Go.
No, I was just going to, it's a friend's reference. Pivot.
Oh, pivot. Yes, thank you.
Pivot.
Pivot. We're friends, so it's okay. You can reference friends. So there, it broke through that level. So I looked for the 378.07 ish. And like Sig says, he always says when we draw these lines, this is a pencil thin line, but really it should be a crayon thick line, more of a zone than it is, one thin line spot. And that's what that is to me. That's a zone. So I kind of look at that where I'm looking above it and below it, but that's why I'll say like 378.07 ish. So we're going to see now. Looks like it's trying to break that. So this is our failed measured move. So let's go ahead and get it off the grid. And then let's redraw it here.
Did that piercing
Nice.
elephant foot thing.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? And then we put it
What is
here.
the other word for that? A penetrating?
And look, it's already made that measured move. Measuring this move,
Bam.
adding it right there, and it already made that move. So now we're coming up to this line, which is a pivot, and also the top of the 15-minute opening range. And so a lot of times we'll see price break through that 15-minute opening range, and it bullishness. Below it, I always say it tends to stay bearish. Moving pretty good above the moving averages right now, so that's a nice little thing. I got to go back to my phone and figure out what the heck I just did with it. Okay, there it is.
And tweezer top. All right. 1 minute tweezer top. I will show you how to short it. Excellent. Retracement likely back to about 377.50 if this tweezer top holds up.
Right here. Meanwhile, back at GCT, it did what I like to see it do, right? It already broke the pre-market high, and it's coming back probably to test it. This is a VWAP, previous day VWAP at 686, and I have a few levels above it that I had just quickly marked out this morning. Looks like I probably need to find a few more.
Oh, man. Okay, that's freaking hilarious. Sorry.
What happened?
Is the chart
Someone
funny to you?
photoshopped. You follow The Walking Dead?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, Negan has that barbed wire wrapped bat.
Yeah, Lucille.
Someone took a portrait of Negan with Lucille and stuck Elon Musk's face on it. Oh man, that's brutal.
That's what he's like. Okay, now your tweezer top looks like it's a flag
Alright.
because you still got a bar above the above the 8. See that, Mr. Jeremy?
I don't like being political. I just love all the silliness that politics bring.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
I mean, I like it for a bounce here because flag 3.
yeah.
I like that,
Oh,
that
man.
downward. What do you think of that? What do you think?
Well,
Spy that?
Spy? Well, it looked like it flagged.
Just a pullback?
That looked like a pullback to me, and
Yeah,
it
me too.
slammed right into that pivot I had marked out, or that volume profile edge I had marked out. So we'll see.
And the 200. That's a busy intersection.
Yeah, it is a busy intersection, and you have this wick. So we'll see. Though stock's going to do what a stock's going to do.
Verification, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay flat right here for a minute.
So I want to see what it might do, what it might not do. Is that inverted hammer right on that level? There it goes. It's coming back and touching the 200.
I mean, I do like the 8.
No, now
The 8
now
is
it's
still on top.
now yeah, that is a bear flag there right now. That's what it looks like.
We've nailed 377.50.
Retracement and bounce.
It went back to 377.50, just like Jeremy said it was going to do.
Now we're kind of holding off here for a moment. We got
It's also
5-minute candle starting here that might just go with an evening star setup and touch about 377 even.
ooh, that is a big wick on that 5-minute candle, isn't it, Jeremy?
Yes, it is. There we go, 377 coming up. So you get these setups, and they're just when you just relax, chill out, and just look at the chart and let it tell you what it's saying, man. It becomes easy to spot this price action.
Right.
Call out these pivot levels and just know
Oh.
where price is going to go.
That big bear flag on the 10-second chart. This is the second leg.
Yeah.
So, wow, okay, good deal. VERU, slow grinder.
Short real quick at 37.91, about to close.
Not really a slow grinder, actually. It's got some volume in it.
The thing you were saying about relaxed trading, something that popped into my mind. Remember The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise? How to sword fight with the katana, and Trainer goes, "No mind." It just kind of harkens to that lizard brain
Oh, yeah.
thing. No mind.
No, my.
It's been since I've seen that movie. Now I got to go watch it again.
Perfect. That's when he dies, and the cherry blossoms fly all over the place. I loved it.
Damn near hit that 377 so far. This candle's not done yet. There it goes. Come on. Push that wick. 377.07 where that wick stopped.
Mm-hmm.
5-minute candle. I think has about 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah, 377. That was the open from the 4th, from Friday. That's the open.
That's what I'd say.
377.
I
Yeah.
know we had that 377.50 pivot set up for a while now.
Yeah.
We've been playing around with it, but now we got evens, so we're going for 377, and from there we will have either a sideways day, which likely it is a 0 day,
It is a 0 day.
or we'll get a range day. I like range days because those are exploitable. You just trade the channel and rinse repeat. Trade channel.
What do you guys mean by 0 day?
Options expiration days. There's 0 days to expiration on options, so a lot of times the market makers that primarily are the people who sold those options to open will be covering or hedging their delta, so they try to adjust their positions accordingly to hedge delta, and they'll either sell into strength or buy into strength, and oftentimes they'll try to trap it in a range so that they can get the most amount of sold to open options to expire worthless.
Which means basically you're trading in a bunch of chalk.
Pretty much.
But I mean, ranging is good if you're wheeling.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there's more tools in the back.
Absolutely.
Just in case you dump in and out all day.
Let's see
A
if
chance to
watch for a
ride
pop.
the coattails of market makers and do what they do.
Yep, exactly.
Literally
Just
buying
following
those
what they're
options
doing.
back to close.
Dollar
Here's
Penny-
a fair leg.
penny stock.
Bam.
Bam. Penny stock right here at 6.99. It hit for a high. Usually when they get close to that whole dollar range, they pull back. This one did. Once they breach it, let's see if it can move past it now. VERU still moving, slowly moving. And SPY, well, SPY is being SPY, and there's the MES. And we're watching it, and it does look like an evening star setting up now, Mr. Vreeland.
Yes.
It's coming back down to this ish level that I had marked out earlier. Let's see if it holds there or
So here's something to kind of take note of, and this happens a lot. You'll get a 5-minute candle that will actually throw a wick into a 50% retracement of a control bar that will just close. So look at the bar from 10:05. See the wick from the 10:25 candle right to just about the 50% retracement of that 10:05 candle. Here's where you have a situation where there's a gap between the liquidity on the ES chart, and you see that it falls right evenly with that 50% and the supply zone. And then below that, you'll see another supply zone that stuck out for volume when we hit that low. Then you can also get another zone above. So when you tip over one area, it'll likely trend to the other end of it. Just starting to fall out of that liquidity zone, or that supply zone. So now we chew through it. We can go to the next pivot typically. Just now, that 5-minute candle is just eking past that wick a little bit.
that sure is.
Tiny little bit. So
I'll show you on the 5 minutes so you can see what he's talking about.
kind of neat because you can sit here and
Like
just
that.
wait for this candle to gain momentum, and that's how you can go and scalp the 1-minute chart, the 10-second chart, and if you're brave enough, the 1-second chart.
You're crazy. I like to imitate.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But crazy in a good way.
In a good way. I like that crazy. 5-minute chart. All right. There it goes. I'll be dadgum.
Smoking at 50%, and there's unfinished business all the way down to the supply zone. About 376.15 where that'll start to pick up some buy order, but I think it'll probably push a little lower to about that 376 pivot. Eventually.
Eventually.
And I've adjusted that 6-tick trailer to an 8-tick trailer.
I was gonna say that's 8-trick. Yeah, that's
8-tick trailer. That's not the wrong industry, guys.
that's the wrong industry. Come on down over here where I live.
We ain't that kind of pimps. We're price action pimps.
We got red lights, red lines, red candles. Shoot fire! Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! Dang it!
Oh man.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Don't.
Hey, oil, motor oil.
Turn. That took a turn.
What the heck?
Trailer.
8-trick trailer.
Once I came out, I couldn't take it back. I did this roll.
Got a roll? Good roll, by the way.
We make it fun. Gotta
It close was 11. That wicked into that 376.36. You see that on my screen? That is the close from Friday. See how close the open and the close were? That's why Friday closed as a doji. But what huge range we had. It was a huge range on Friday.
Big word is brain.
Really missed a good setup Friday by missing that triple bottom like I did. I missed the triple bottom. I can't believe I missed the triple bottom.
I did trade a little bit of it, then I just my brain for trading just sort of fell apart.
Sideways. Wick.
A good way to decompress is to go take all this data to someone who can do something with it. So I did.
You did. You went and found a programmer.
I've known the guy for a while, but yeah, he's
It's not Tommy, is it?
no. He used to trade, but he doesn't anymore.
That's really cool that you got a guy that can speak Python.
Big wick.
And he's a hell of an options trader to boot. So
Well, that's good too.
That's great. So he has to see what you're talking
exactly.
Okay, on that 5-minute chart. Interesting look.
Nice. So as I'm sitting there with that 8-tick trailer, it's only there in case I'm not fast enough. And when I see things start to switch, I can hang out over that exit at market price. so I can take the profit manually if I need to.
If you needed to.
Smart. So you're able to use a hotkey to get out anyways. Doesn't have to.
Right. I'm able to do that, but trying to get a program to do that's a little bit tricky.
Let us see.
You'll figure it out.
Gotta really tap into my Skynet chip resources.
Your Skynet chip resources.
The way I've read it, just all I've read, so on and so forth, is
Ooh.
better that you understand the tool or what it is that you're trying to program. It's going to improve your understanding of the tool itself as well.
Right.
Because you're going to go more in depth into that's how you're able to get out when you see that. Why is it? What is it?
So 364 or 389. Okay. We'll see.
It's very cool. I'm excited to see what happens with that, Jay.
Oh, me too, man.
Me too.
I said if we crack this, man, we're it's a pet project. There's many people smarter than me that are already all over this, have done very well with this. It's just kind of a science experiment, so to speak.
You could also feed in to have it, follow what government invests in.
Right? Yeah. That's true.
I mean, people in government, because that's public knowledge, public domain.
All right. What do you got here?
Got the possible. I can't spend too much time on. I was thinking like maybe we'll get another red hammer in 5 minutes, but that ain't so.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
364. Go back to our traders. See what we got happening over here. DWAC just being its usual bullsh self. Excuse me. Bear, yeah, I caught myself. Bullsh self. I develop everything. I develop languages. I develop
You know what it is?
pies. What?
You be Shatner, I'll be Spock.
Spock.
Vulcan mind?
Spock. Are you out of your Vulcan mind? That sounded more like Forrest Kelly. That sounded more like Dr. McCoy. You're green-blooded. Never mind.
You green? No, that's Bone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I sounded more like Bones than I did Shatner when I did it. Damn it, Jim! I'm just an old country doctor. I used to have a little camera. I'm old, y'all. Not that old, but I'm old enough to have a projector with film. And I used to have a little 8mm projector with film. And the first film I bought was a Star Trek outtake reel. And it was 8 minutes long, and it was a bunch of outtakes and some goofy stuff they had done together.
That's so awesome.
And there was a line when Kirk was sitting in the captain's chair, and all of a sudden he just goes, "Shit." And Leonard Nimoy puts his hand on his shoulder and says, "That's all right, baby. I have bad days too." I just thought that was so cool because he just broke Spock's character, went to Leonard Nimoy, and just total Hollywood California talk, baby, sweetheart. That's all right, baby. That's all right, baby. I have bad days too. They did some funny things with Yeoman Janice Rain and Captain Kirk in that one too. Probably wouldn't be looked upon very nicely these days.
Yeah, you can't make fun of anybody.
Well, it wasn't making fun. It was sexualized.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Well, it was the era too. It's the swinging era. So
Free love.
that was a wild era.
I put the good swinger, baby. Yeah.
I watched that the other night. This is what you do when everything moves sideways. So,
You cut
yeah, you know, I already marked my levels out on this. I can go find something on the penny stock. I got to go look. But look, you know, oh, good old DWAC. Let's go look at good old DWAC. We're sideways, you son of a gun. DWAC, look at it. Yeah, pump and dump. Good old DWAC. Devin, were you in here the day that I made $990 on 100 shares of this thing? But that was the day. That was the day it shot up to $150. It bull flagged all freaking day long. Okay, hang on now. The SPY, this might push up. Let's see if it does. And the reason I say that is I got this hammer right here, this little doji spinner. It's going sideways, but while it's going sideways, we're coming up here. Then I get this dip all of a sudden out of nowhere. Bam, bam. So, bam, 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 bam. Anyway, so let's see. Hey, Fred. Hey, Fred.
Pebbles.
Hey, Fred. Anyway, somebody said it once.
I don't know, Bond.
Oh, it's going back down. Man, it's just sideways, man. That 10-second chart's ugly.
It's either gonna break a bearish measure move or
It's going to fake us out on that. Look at this. Thump. It's going down.
STB.
Down, 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 down.
I tell you, we get the practice in the penny stocks, and we just freaking run with it so hard.
Down, down. Yeah, well, penny stocks are great. I still love penny stocks. Look, what you going to do, fella? You're going to go down and you're just going to go sideways and play around. That's another deep retracement down here. Well, that's what they call that, a deep retracement. That's an M-top, though. See it? Even there, they have M-tops. If I go show you that, well, we'd have to look. Are we going to do a little thing this afternoon? This morning?
Yeah.
The three of us?
SPY.
All right, it's 10:37. I think, YouTube folks, I think we're going to say goodbye right now. Welcome you to Bullish Bears. Want you to click like, subscribe, ring that bell, ring that bell. Come visit us. We got some good stuff happening all the time. We're actually on the forefront. Yep, there it goes. Let's see.
Bang.
See it?
Come on, baby. That's what I was waiting for. I was.
Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Get in there, Keith. Let's go! Let's get ready to rumble!
That's up.
You saw it? Well, we can see now. It's still,
No, wait.
yeah.
It's still not a bad time.
No, it's not a bad time to
So
see.
bottomed off. You have the V. You have your.
Yeah, I have my signal.
Yeah, your signal at the bottom and the goodies.
Oh, shoot.
All that's there.
Yeah, but you gotta be quicker than that, Stone.
Gotta be quicker than that.
You do. You gotta be quicker than that. Because I 2 pennies. I could have got in there 2 pennies earlier. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait because now it's looking weird to me.
Guess that was their point, right? Was their plan all along.
Or they fake you out again.
Was that a little Italian I heard there?
No,
Fake you
that,
out.
that was trying to be Dracula. Oh, now we're getting the tweezer top. You gotta love that.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
That's a fake out.
Well, I
You
went
can
ahead
stop
and put up
taking.
a 4 grid, and I don't like trading on a 4 grid with the ES because it cuts off the exit at market button. Must do it like
Okay, YouTube, we'll see you guys later. Come back and see us.